received a visitor who came to see me. He was not from Africa. I decided to show him around Malawi. We drove from the south, went along the Lake Shore Road. We ended up in Zuzu and we came back. But along the way, he kept asking me one question, which at some point became a little bit irritating. Whenever we passed a trading center, he would ask me, where are these people going? He saw crowds of people along the road, the markets we know, and he could not believe that everybody seems to be moving, and where are they going, these people? I tried to explain that these people are actually trading. Some are going somewhere, but at the end I said to myself, I don't know. Because he was getting on my nerves a bit. But over the years, that question has kept coming back to me. And whenever I drive along the road, I ask myself the question, where are these people going? But I don't want to find an answer to that. One of the things that came up as I was reflecting was, are we not all on the move? Are we not in life nomads? Are we not all the time moving, changing, finding new destinations? Life itself does not keep us resting. And that's what maybe Jesus made him say, the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head. Even when we read the Gospels, Jesus is always on the move from one house, one village to the next. And I think this movement, when you look at Christmas, I would like us to reflect about people on the move. And this theme of movement, of moving, is also the Jubilee theme. In the middle of the Jubilee, the Holy Father and the Church is asking us to pause for a moment and reflect on our journey. Where are we coming from? Where are we going? When you look at the evangelist tells us about the birth of Jesus, I will talk of a few people that I see they are on the move. The shepherds. They were doing their work out in the fields, tending the flocks. They are told, move. A baby is born. Leave your cattle, leave all your animals. Move. And they go and they find the baby Jesus. They have to move. Mary and Joseph, because there was a census, they were told to leave Nazareth, and they proceeded and ended up in Bethlehem. The child was born out of his own house, out of Nazareth. They were on a move. They didn't even have a place where to sleep. And we look also at the Magi, the three mysterious people we find today. Where were they coming from? I was trying to find out where these Magi, were they Jews, were they Hebrews? Apparently they were not. Strangers, mysterious figures. They appear from the east, and what we are told, they were following a star. Were they astrologers? Were they people looking up for some kind of science up in the sky? I don't know. But these people are following a star, believing that this star is pointing to where Jesus was born. Even pagans came, pagans in inverted commas, from the east. They also had to move towards the baby Jesus. The only person I see who is not moving is Herod. And really strange, he doesn't seem to be disturbed. He's comfortable in his palace. And what does he say? he summoned the wise men. He summoned them. So he's seated on his throne. He's seated in his house. He's comfortable. So he summons them. Come. And then he says, go and search for the child. And when you find him, bring him to me. My goodness. He doesn't see the need to go and see the Jesus. And he's giving orders to everybody. Go. You go and do this and that. A man who is full of himself is what Mary said in the Magnificat. The mighty were thrown down from their seats. And by the way, I often say this, in the Bible, whenever Herod appears, somebody dies. Go and find wherever he appears, the whole innocents, he slaughtered the children, that's one Herod. There's another Herod who cut off the head of John the Baptist because he was busy, he was so happy. I don't know what drink he took. He was so happy, he promised everything and he ended up slaughtering John the Baptist. I think there are two attitudes here. On one side, we have a people on the move, searching for God, and we have somebody who is comfortable, does not see the need to move. Between the two groups, who are we? Where am I? Does life disturb me to change? Am I stuck in my own security, my own self-importance? When people tell me to move, even to change my way of thinking, am I ready to move? Or I summon everybody to come to where I'm sitting? I am, come and be part of me. That's Herod. That is Herod. Unfortunately, Herod, we can say he missed the train. He missed the opportunity. So he was seated in his palace, and the angel appeared to the Magi and told him, don't go by that way again. Don't go by that way. And they fled. And Herod was there, I don't know, having his own brooding and getting gloomy, angry, bitter, and ended up ordering the massacre of the children. A very desperate man, a frustrated man. When we do not change, what comes afterwards is frustration, anger, and bitterness in life. Change sometimes is very healthy. Good change. Good change. The wise men, they brought gifts, and that's what where I will end this reflection. They brought gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Gold, the gift for the kings. Jesus the king. Our myrrh, that was the oil, that was the perfume or oil that was used to be put around his body, his passion. Jesus pointing at the cross. And the frankincense, Jesus the high priest, we use incense at the altar. Jesus the high priest offering, taking up all our prayers and offerings and offering them to the Father. What a beautiful symbolism of the three gifts. This morning at Likuni, I asked the children, I said, what gift do you have for Jesus? And they were looking at me like that. I said, don't say it loudly. It's a question for you inside. I think at the end of Christmas, because the Epiphany now concludes the season of Christmas, for 2026, what gift do I have for the Lord? I'm talking about my own life. Is there a part that I have not yet surrendered to the Lord? Am I still clinging to some areas of my life that are kind of self-destructing me? What gift can I give to my family this year, 2026? It doesn't have to be the three gifts, maybe only one. And they came, they saw the star, and they came to the place where the child was, and they worshipped him. They worshipped him. May that be our final prayer when we meet Jesus as we travel on this pilgrimage of faith. May that be our own end, to worship the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.